as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that? Who
are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action now. Prescott. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip, and I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Buying time to his left. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Prescott now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Room here to run. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there on the screen pass. That's how you run the screen right there. The defenders get out of place, and then there's a lot of room to maneuver for your running back.
That's because all the defenders, or I should say the bulk of the defenders, were chasing the quarterback. Great disguise, great fake. Got the screen out there, turned into a large gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Here's Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. Big hole up the middle, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Peterson. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Adrian Peterson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
Zaven Collins, rookie first-round pick there on the stop.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Hill. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35. From the gun, here's Hill. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw is Hill. Flushed out right. Finding Walker complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Hill.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Throwing on 3rd down. Hill. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Lutz with the extra point. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They give it to Peterson. And some room to maneuver. Adrian Peterson off to the races. Touchdown, Cowboys. Adrian Peterson with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken successfully. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Kamara's got the first down and then some. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield, the blocking forms in front, lofted it to the runner, and now not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
On 2nd and 10, Hill eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They start the drive with Peterson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. To throw is Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Hill. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30, and he goes out right around the 39. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And really, it's worth talking a little more about the stakes of this game. Currently, these are the top 2 seeds in the NFC. I think they're the 2 best teams. Would you agree?
I think you can definitely make the case that they are, and I like where you're going with that. I do know that we've seen a couple of other teams along the way that would say, hey, don't forget about us. But your premise, I think, could be spot on. These could easily be the top 2 teams in the NFC.
2nd down, Peterson again.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
101 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
On the draw, it's Pollard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Prescott.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
And he'll go right back to Lamb.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The carry here for the big tight end. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Blake Jarwin. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get it. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Here's Hill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie, Kelvin Joseph.
And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Being chased out left, and he'll just get rid of it.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Final shot before break. Hill. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Kamara gets it again on second down.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now it's Hill off the bootleg. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hill, they'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Hill. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Zaven Collins in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. 2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
First down, Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Handoff comes to Peterson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Throwing, Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They'll run for it. Peterson. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league.
Ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. They'll still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
He gets it complete to Harris. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a first down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you dispute it a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Oh, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Hill now to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Hill. Looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Forced Hill's hit, and he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Now Hill. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here comes the Saints punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
130 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now Hill looking to throw on 1st. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Zaven Collins able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Going up top. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them. Understood the...
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. If you
you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hill. But he's got his target, Harris. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Again, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, all of a sudden, we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Here's Prescott. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Peterson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Peterson. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Prescott to throw. Here's a screen to Powell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch.